Hello everyone, and welcome to another royal reading. It is a very windy Saturday afternoon. A winter storm is blowing through. It's just arriving. The dog is outside barking. He's very excited. The wind always sets him off. We have had incredibly hot weather, so it's very nice to finally have winter coming back again. But it is all a bit strange, jangly kind of energy. I don't know if you're feeling it where you are, but here it has been very, very weird. Anyway, that is enough about what's going on outside. What's going on the tarot table is that I have the Crow Tarot out, which is messages, gossip, chatter, and potentially, in Meghan Markle's case, clapping back. We know that the bullying investigation has been buried and will never see the light of day, according to palace sources, journalists. But there has been a drip in the British press taunting Meghan. Come on, if you're innocent, then why don't you demand that the results are published so that you can clear your name and move on? And if there was nothing to hide, then surely she would. So that's been the kind of Chinese torture that's been going on from the UK press. And she has already, through a source, one of those nameless sources, she has already released a kind of statement to US Weekly. And it said, and this was a couple of days ago, Meghan is a fair boss and never bullied anyone. She is happy her name has been cleared. She and Harry are moving on. And this is according to a source in response to her apparent win. So, of course, a fair boss, never bullied anyone. Happy her name has been cleared. That's not what the British press is saying. And her apparent win, she and Harry are now moving on. So we have to point you in the direction, well, I have to. There is no royal we here, just me. I have to point you in the direction of the disclaimer in the box below. Of course, this is a tarot reading for entertainment purposes, all allegedly, all my opinion. I am looking at this yet again. I think I've done at least 8 or 9 readings on this bullying inquiry in the 8 or 9 months that I've been doing this channel on YouTube. So that's 1 a month virtually. I'm going to be looking at this again from Meghan's point of view. I did a reading a couple of days ago when the news came out that the inquiry was finished. It was going to be buried. It looked like it was really, really bad for her. She was not exonerated in that reading. But I am going to look and see how tempted she is to clap back more than what she has already through her sources, her anonymous sources, released to US Weekly. Allegedly, Prince Harry has told her to sit quietly, not say anything, don't poke the hornet's nest, don't tempt fate. But she's not known for listening to that kind of advice, again, in my opinion, all in my opinion. So let's see. I'm going to do a 6-card reading today on this topic. See how she's feeling about this kind of stain that is hanging over her name, because it really is a stain on her name. So she hasn't been cleared. Whatever the source tells US Weekly, she has not been cleared. So it is a stain on her name. Is she tempted to clap back? What is holding her back? Is Prince Harry holding her back? Is fear of what is actually in the report holding her back? What will happen? Will she actually at some point no longer be able to resist saying something? And if she does say something, what will happen? A lot of people feel that they have been silenced. We get Page of Pentacles as our underlying energy of this reading. And that is communication. It is communication. It's communication. It is about contracts. It is about money. It is about deals. It is about things like that. So part of her problem could actually be that it's affecting her ability to make deals. This stain hanging over her name, in my opinion. So Page of Pentacles has that kind of energy. Definitely a temptation to talk there. with that Page of Pentacles. Definitely a temptation to talk, maybe even for money, maybe even some kind of interview, that kind of setup where money changes hands and she talks and she tells all to someone maybe an Oprah kind of a someone, or there are plenty of other people, of course, who would be happy to interview Meghan Markle at this point. That kind of energy hanging around. So let's see the signifier. Let's see what the situation is for her point of view right now. She wants a new start. She wants a fresh start with that Fool card. It's Major Arcana. It's the 0 card of the tarot deck of the Major Arcana. It's starting afresh. She really, really wants to be able to put this behind her and move on, as precisely was told to US Weekly. So how does she feel about the fact that the report has been buried and everybody has been silenced, including effectively herself? How does she feel about the fact that this is now all hanging over her and she can't really address it? The King of Swords, the King of Swords is quite a threatening energy. In some interpretations of the King of Swords, he is the executioner of the tarot. He is law. He is lawyers, legal processes embodied in terms of people who represent the law. As I say, lawyers, judges, decision makers. The King of Swords is about decision making. You can see that it is Saturn sitting up at the top there above that crow with a crown on a head. Very interesting depiction of the King of Swords, because it is the royal family. It is the royal family has gone through this due process. It is lawyers. It went out to an independent law firm, and the sword is pointing up, which is communication. The King of Swords is actually about communication, but it is the communication that is very clear, the decision very clear. We are not going to discuss this, and I think it irks her because Saturn is about restrictions, is about boundaries and limits, and not being able to break rules, not being able to express yourself, not being free. She wants to be free with the Fool, but she has been bound by this decision of the King of Swords. The King of Swords could even be Her Majesty the Queen in her role as a monarch, because she does come across as an air sign very often, even though she is a Taurus, because of course her official birthday is a Gemini birthday. It's an air sign birthday in June. So yeah, she's bound, she's restricted, she's tied down, and it irks her. This is not a negative card in the true sense of the word, but I don't think that she's a person who likes her wings to be clipped in this way. So is she tempted? Is she thinking about putting out some kind of direct statement, doing an interview, getting this off her chest, really addressing it head on, and saying, well, this and this happened. I did spill a cup of tea. I did drop a pair of scissors. I did email people at 5 in the morning, but that's because I'm a global ambassador for the Queen's Commonwealth Trust and I was dealing with people all over the world, that kind of thing. Is she tempted to do this? Is she thinking about doing this? Is she writing a speech in her full calligraphy at this very moment? King of Wands in reverse. If she is, it's very ill-advised and coming from a place of real temper and real aggression. I don't personally think so with this card. I think that she is really very angry about what's going on, that the Crown has really trumped her by this strategic game that they have played, this chess game. King of Wands in reverse is a leader who's been thwarted, who is not in their power, who is not able to shine and dominate. It is Leo, of course, energy. She is a Leo, fire sign energy. King of Wands in reverse. My feeling is that she has effectively been silenced by this, but she's very, very angry and frustrated about it. And this could brew and brew and brew. This energy of a real anger. When the King of Wands is angry, it's violent temper, it's dramatic expressions of anger, outburst, a sudden and very dramatic outburst could be building and building and building there for her. That to me says royal family and lawyers. They won. The King of Swords is upright, the clear decision, the wisdom, the insight. She, on the other hand, represented, in my opinion, by the King of Wands in reverse, has been thwarted, has had the wind taken out of her sails, feels disempowered here. And very interesting, because she is the one who allegedly took away other people's power, because that's what bullying is. It's taking someone's power from them. And now her own power has been taken away from her. Karma. I'm getting a bit of a chill as I say that. Interesting. And it's not from the winter storm, which is not yet arrived. It is on its way. And when I look outside, I see very ominous clouds over the mountains in the distance. So what is holding her back? Is it the words of wisdom from Prince Harry? Is it fear of what might be in that report? Because she doesn't know what's in that report. She is as ignorant as we all are of the contents, even though she was there for much of what happened. What is holding her back? A Queen of Swords in reverse. How interesting. This is Her Majesty the Queen playing an epic game of chess. Epic. There is some threat, there is some hold that the royal family has over her. A real serious one. Because we've got a matching pair here. We got the King of Swords upright and the Queen of Swords now in the reverse. This is the what was released to the press. This is the lawyers. This is doing everything by the book, literally, with the King of Swords, and being really thorough and really careful and really objective. But now we get the Queen of Swords in reverse. So that is a very different energy. That is quite a brutal energy, a ruthless energy, very shrewd, very cold, very cutting, dangerous energy. You don't want to mess with the Queen of Swords when she's in the reverse. Meghan is literally afraid of the Queen. She is afraid of what power the Queen holds over her. Very, very interesting. There could be all kinds of information in that document that would be absolutely devastating to Meghan, and she may well have been told at some level that you really don't want to go there, because if you do, it will ruin you or hell will break loose. And this is the tone that I got from my previous reading. Sorry, I didn't look up the number of the reading, but it is in my Royals playlist. I literally did it a couple of days ago, and same energy. There is a threat. There is a sword of Damocles hanging over Meghan Markle's head. If she goes any further than she has already gone, and I would say she's already got herself into some degree of danger by sending her anonymous sources to US Weekly, all hell going to break loose. So is she going to do it? Is this energy going to eventually become uncontained and take over and cause some kind of terrible eruption from her? She's going to go there. Eight of Pentacles in reverse. Eight of Pentacles in reverse, she may well. When the card is upright, it is about mastery. And we've been talking here about mastery, actually, indirectly, self-control. It's one of the things that Leo is about. And the Eight of Pentacles is about working on yourself, doing that inner work, actually mastering yourself, mastering some skill, mastering something, mastering your temper, mastering your your base instincts, all of that stuff. We've got it in the reverse. She may actually just lose it at some point, and she may lose it because she needs the money. Because Eight of Pentacles is a big money card, and when the Eight of Pentacles is in the reverse, it is because you are out of pocket somehow. You need money. You aren't able to make money. It's my printing money card when it's upright. Things are going swimmingly. You're getting big paydays for the work that you're putting in. You're working very hard with your Eight of Pentacles when it's upright, but the money is streaming in response. When the card is in the reverse, the money is not streaming in. And what did I say with this underlying energy? It may be that she's tempted. See how that crow is looking at that pentacle. Very tempting pentacle, nice bright shiny pentacle. She may actually at some stage, because she's broke, and that's something we're going to have to read on yet again, the alleged financial trouble in Montecito. Let's see, if she does, this is an if card, if she does go there, what will be the consequences? And a Two of Wands in reverse is going to be a breakup. There is going to be a breakup of a partnership if she goes there. It could be a marital partnership, but it's not really the energy that comes off the Two of Wands. It's more like business partnerships, deals that she already has with people like Netflix, Spotify, the rest of them. I've forgotten, but she does have many deals. She apparently has a deal with Penguin Random House for another book. That could put all of that in jeopardy. Also, we're talking about partnerships, people who worked for her, because those are partnerships of a certain kind. People in her press office, people who did PR for her. Those kinds of people might decide, well, I'm no longer bound by things I signed. I no longer care. I will come out and talk about it. Secondary energy, for me, it's a bigger energy of this really could cost her deals. But underlying that, lurking there in the background, is the idea that people who felt that they owed her a certain level of loyalty, signed documents to that effect, will think, oh well, no more loyalty, here I come. Here's my truth. So very interesting, and we'll have to wait and see, because this is brewing. This is energy that is still being processed and is still working its way through, hasn't been resolved yet. And so that's your reading, and I will get on with the next one.